see. I don't think I've ever seen a bike like it. Thornton 100, the world's fastest bobber. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. You join Monica and I at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. We've been kindly invited to by Michelin, which is one of the partners, and we've got something I'm very excited about. Hill Pavilion and lounge tickets. Plus, and I don't know if everyone gets this. If they do, then I'll look a bit stupid, but these look pretty cool as well. So we've got good passes, we've got free food. I don't know if you can see it from outside or from inside the car, but it is raining. I hope it clears up, but we've got a whole day here. I can't wait. First time Monica and I have ever been. We have no idea what to expect, but we'll take you along with us and show you what Goodwood's all about. It's probably about 9:30 in the morning and the cars are still pouring in. All down the road, car parks full. Luckily, I think we're about a 2-minute walk from the entrance.
Supercars are down the bottom, so again, right the way through and across the start line.
First of all, Porsche, walk down to the main strip and get a feel for the place. Cayenne hybrid. We were told actually at the entrance when we came in, a theme for this year's Goodwood is electric vehicles.
I'm feeling high.
Oh, here we go, we've got some bikes. Wow, that is the craziest BMW 1800 I've seen. This queue here is a queue to actually drive the F-Type. So people queue up here, go up the steps, and then the F-Types come along here, and I think you'll go out with a stunt driver and you can actually drive around the bit that we just saw about 2 minutes ago. It says it's fully booked, but next year if I come back, I'll try crashing one of those. Most beautiful car ever made, and also it's probably in the best colour I think for this. It looks so good. This is a Jaguar E-Type reborn, so basically you get a Jaguar E-Type, give it to Jaguar, and then they restore it to the exact original specification as it left the showroom in the 1960s. How cool is that? Oh, this is a bike that I'm really curious to test out, and that is Fantic. I know a couple of owners of these and they say they're brilliant and incredible value. But this is the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, they look stunning. So this is the 500. I think they also do them in a 250 and 125. But they look so fun. I've been told these are properly good off-road as well, and I think only about 150 kilos. How heavy are these?
Caballeros, they're all up within a smidge of 150 kilos.
I was talking to someone actually online about 3 days ago who's actually sold his Street Scrambler Triumph to buy one of those Fantics. He said it's the best decision he's made, so I'm really curious to test them out. They've got a few locations where they sell them, but I think they could start exploding in popularity. They've got everything you need for a really good value, cool looking fun bike. Okay, so that's Kawasaki 650.
Yeah,
And you take the engine, you take the suspension, and that's your own frame.
we just take the engine.
Yep.
Suspension is Showa suspension.
Yeah.
You can find same suspension on the Suzuki GSX.
Yeah.
We build our own frame. We make all machining. We make our own panels. We make our own seats.
So how much is this bike?
Starting will be 17,000 and up to like 24, depends on level of customization.
That's something I had no idea about. That's Dot Motorcycles. British brand. They stopped trading in the 60s, I think something like 1968. And just last year, the brand was bought by the new guys that we saw there, and they're creating a limited run of 200 of each of those bikes that we saw. Kawasaki 650 engine, about 160 kilos, 64 horsepower, but beautiful custom style. I think it's about 17k, but that's a British brand basically being brought back, and they look beautiful. Great to see, and my knowledge before, well, about 5 minutes ago, was absolute zero about that brand. These look so fun. Been meaning to try one of these for a while, and that looks just a brilliant looking bike. Super light, 55 horsepower, so perfect amount of horsepower for real roads. Tell you what, I've only ever seen about 2 in the flesh, but when you get up and close to them, 2 things that surprised me. One, they are tiny. I mean, properly small, but 2, they look so fun, and the lightweight, there's nothing to them at all. You can see, I don't think I've ever seen a bike like it, where you can see every single element. It's just that frame with nothing hidden at all. Stunning looking thing. Well, this is something so special. It's behind a glass box and behind black rope, and it is Sir Stirling Moss. This looks special. Stirling Moss, Book of Condolences, it says there. I guess my knowledge is quite small, but this is possibly a car he drove. Wow. Okay, Electric Avenue. Here we go. Massive theme of this year's Goodwood. Hugely popular but this is actually one of the most popular bits. Here's a car that I've only ever seen one of. Mustang Mach-E. I've only ever seen one of these, but these look so good. Tiny range, I think, but they look amazing. The Honda E. I think the range is borderline a bit too small, but I really like these. They look incredible. One of the coolest looking electric cars I've seen. And they've got, I think, a screen that goes screen that goes the whole way across the dash with this nice veneer wood effect all the way along the side. That looks brilliant. Actually, that's for me one of the coolest looking electric cars on the market, and you charge it through that middle bit there. Best electric hypercar, and guess what? I have absolutely no idea what it is. Stunning though. If you can hear me over all of the engine noise, this is the Michelin Supercar paddock. So all around we've got Ferraris over here, some Corvettes, American stuff, McLarens on this bit here, and just a whole load of supercars, race cars, all lined up. Incredible selection. Oh, this here is a car I've never seen before in the flesh. Bugatti Chiron. Wow, a lot of interest in that one. McLaren's here, and oh, probably something I've never seen as well before, Pagani Huayra. We're in the Hill Paddock, courtesy of Michelin, and glass of wine, glass of champagne. Daniel Ricciardo, so we just missed it, but Daniel Ricciardo, the Formula 1 racer, has just raced in Ayrton Senna's old Formula 1 car, and the track is right here, and we've got trackside seats. Couldn't be better for, what should we do? Should we spend an hour here,
Yeah.
chilling, bit of wine? Couldn't imagine a better spot. Quite interesting watching all of these bikes go around. They're classic bikes. It's really wet on the ground, so you've got to be properly brave, especially with an audience watching so close to the track, and just blown up on the screen there, because it's also interesting how much of an angle they take coming around, how much they're willing to risk it, and they're being quite safe. And it's nice to know, because I often wonder when I'm riding around and it's kind of a greasy road what it's like. And they're fairly cautious, and I don't blame them at all. Actually, this one, having said that, he's just come around the corner like that, waving us left hand. It's John McGuinness, real Isle of Man TT hero. And now I know exactly what's going on. So in my left ear, I've got the commentary of every single vehicle going past, because I keep watching and thinking, oh, what's that, what's that? So I think I've seen Agostini race round, and John McGuinness race round, and also maybe even Hunt's Formula 1 car racing round. But now at least I know what's going on. Just getting ready for the helicopter ride, which will be 5 minutes all around Goodwood Festival of Speed, and show us exactly how massive this whole place is. We both survived, and I've just seen the bikes have come back. I think they've come back from doing the laps and the races. Now we've got a full Michelin paddock, of motorbikes. So I'll flip the camera because there are a few here I've never seen before. Oh, so this is the CCM Foggy Spitfire, Carl Fogarty one. That would be an absolute weapon. I'm seeing so many of these here now. This is a bit of a bike of the moment, this new BMW. And onto the Triumphs, the Daytona, and something else I've never seen before. This is the new 1200 Speed Triple, along with, oh, everyone's talking about this Thornton 100, the world's fastest bobber. That's it. Wow. I wish I could tell you more about this, but that looks like an absolute beast of a bike. Let's see what it says about this. Here we go. 202 horsepower at the rear wheel. That's dangerous. In fact, I think we may just have missed that racing round, which is a shame. And this is one of the most beautiful bikes in the world, the MV Agusta Super Veloce. Wow. Best thing about this one, rear light. God, that is so nice. And the gold there as well, the contrast. Stunning bike. And then also the leather strap just there. Wow. Hayabusa, never seen the new Hayabusa, and never seen one of these as well, the new Harley Davidson adventure bike. That's a seriously good looking, oh, two of them, seriously good looking bikes, the Panameras actually. Apparently they've got quite a low seat height, which is great for shorter riders, and I personally also prefer small or lower seat heights. They look really good. This is something very cool, a complete electric conversion on a 911. Wow, this will be the future, I guess. If you want to keep your classic sports cars on the road, electric conversions, this is the way that you'll be able to keep them on the roads. And I love the headlights on those. Look at those LEDs, that looks incredible. Everati, never heard of it, but it's just such a brilliant stealth job. That looks unbelievable. Is it weird that this is one of my favourite cars here? Don't know why I love these small European cars so much, but they've got so much character. This is the same Lotus from James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. In fact, we showed this on the Isle of Wight. Bit of information on that E-Type. The first 943, actually no, there were only 943 E-Types built with a 3.8 litre engine like that one, and the first 92 of those, only the first 92 built, taken to the Geneva show, and then the 92 subsequent ones had an outside bonnet latch, and that is number 88 of 92, so that is one of the first ever E-Types off the production line.
Vad hakten alla var. Fest, fest, hela. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fest, hela dagen. Stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är fest, hela dagen.
This is a 1907 Norton with 6 horsepower. Wow, I think this is the oldest bike I've ever seen. So this Barry Sheen championship winning Suzuki 500 is this bike right here. That's a proper bit of history. I love that.
Yeah, of course.
76 and 77. That's brilliant. 4 o'clock, and you do start feeling it actually on your legs because you cover some serious ground around Goodwood. So we're going to go for a bit of afternoon tea, chill out for a bit, and then that may be the end of the day. But I'll definitely be back. First, I can't believe it's the first time I've ever been here. It is an unbelievable event and so much to see for every type of person.
Technically, has anything changed in the car? Yeah, quite a lot of things. So, from a technical perspective, just to go through some numbers, 1,914 horsepower, 2,360 Newton meters of torque, so that's about 1,700 pounds-foot of torque. Top speed of 258 miles an hour, and acceleration numbers are completely crazy. Like we are well below 2 seconds till 62 miles an hour.
Daniel Ricciardo just raced that was Chandler, the ex-Formula 1 racer, and they're all coming out in the old Formula 1 cars. So this is Formula 1 drivers racing old Formula 1 cars.
Quite a team to get it started.
Well, it's always the way. Just as we're leaving, the weather's just got better and better all day, and it's actually quite nice now. But you do so much walking day, so we're going to head back, chill at the hotel. But what an amazing, amazing day with an incredible mix of cars and motorbikes. And the great thing is you don't really need to be a huge car enthusiast or even motorbike enthusiast to come. It's just a brilliant day out. It's the following morning in the hotel room. I was going to film a bit yesterday, but I ended up getting hay fever at about 5 p.m. So just got a pizza and chilled out. But this is the hotel that Michelin, even a little sofa and a desk there. This is the hotel room that Michelin very kindly provided us with. But what a brilliant day. If you've never been to Goodwood, like Monica and I would never been before, it is a brilliant day out. Loads of amazing stuff, but the thing that really caught my eye from a biking point of view are those Fantics. They are superb looking bikes. Great value, 500cc. They look brilliant, and I'm going to try and test one of those out because that could be a bit of a game-changing bike. A bit like the Royal Enfield Interceptor Continental, they were some game-changing bikes. These Fantics look really interesting as well, so I'll try and test one of those out. But thank you so much for coming along with Monica and I for the past couple of days, and I will see you in the next video.
I know life ain't always fair.